and in fact obliterating Meraxis just as easily. Wow, Armadon almost goes down to some AoE damage. I believe that's from Thunderbringer. Maybe his ultimate hits everyone on the map. Unfortunately, it's not able to get the kill. Meanwhile, Fade here, who does have the ability to become invisible, is hunting around for a low health hero, but I don't think she's going to... Guys are a little high, although the Soul Stealer is out of mana and was being held by the Puppet Master. Is she going to be able to finish him off? He does get low. Yes. Kills him and turns off his ultimate warrior streak, which is really, really important. I'm pretty sure that if he hadn't been killed right there, if he'd been able to go back to base, spend all his money, and regain his health and mana, there may have been no stopping the Soul Stealer. As it is, we are still considerably behind. The Hellborn team is well ahead, 10-5, and with a tower kill. And in fact, there's going to be a pretty decent push going on here. This tower is quite low. Meraxis does come to try to push back Dampier, but the tower is going to end up taking some amount of damage in this exchange regardless. Meanwhile, we have the Myrmidon still sitting around here looking to maybe get a gank. But he is all alone, so I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do here. I think he's waiting for help, and in fact, here comes, there's the Bombardier. Bombardier and the Armadon, and no one knows that the Myrmidon is there. Oh, but he's going to get spotted here thanks to the Catapult. And he's actually trying to engage on Fade. I don't think he realizes that we have some allies coming up from behind. The Thunderbringer comes in with the nuke, and Myrmidon is going to go away. Now, Fade is quite low, and is going to try to escape. I think we're all just going to get pushed back here. So no kills for either side. Meanwhile, we've got a two-man push pressing the top lane here. But the Soul Stealer and the Dampier are engaging. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to get a kill. No, in fact, it's the Soul Stealer that goes down once again. The Puppet Master is going to drop as well, though. And the Dampier is going to be forced to try to escape. No, turned around to engage Meraxis, since it is a 2-on-1 situation here. And he does get stunned in place, and Meraxis goes down as well, giving Dampier the ultimate warrior and the double tap, making him quite dangerous. And if we look at the gold tallies, you can see that the Hellborn team is ahead in experience by 3,300 XP and 6,000 gold ahead. A lot of that is the creep kill. They're getting a much, much better farm. The Dampier is up to 42 creep kills, and the Soul Stealer is 37. Whereas on our team, on the Legion team, our top is 22. So we're sitting around with far, far less money, and of course we're far behind on kills as well. So at this point, let's take a moment for myself. I've picked up the Ghost Marchers. That's right, I got interrupted while talking about items a little bit earlier. The Ghost Marchers, I've picked them up because, I mean, mobility is very important in any game. I'm not sure if at this point in the game I actually need the mobility of a fully completed boots. Maybe just some Marchers would be enough. But the Ghost Marchers I like because they add damage, and the idea there, even though I'm definitely not intending to play my character as... Wow, nice kill there by Meraxis. Or maybe the Thunderbringer. No, the Meraxis gets the kill, but not without assistance. So my thoughts there with the Ghost Marchers is that the extra damage will help me last hit, since that is still a little bit of a problem I'm having. I'm having that difficulty landing those killing blows all the time. That's part of the reason I did add that one mod that should hopefully assist in helping me time those last hits a little bit better. So I decided the Ghost Marchers are a decent choice. I do also really like the Striders. I think they're really, really strong item, and I really like them. And if it wasn't for the fact that I wanted the last hit assistance, I would get them most games, at least as a support. There's no doubt. But these boots are quite good. They do have an activated ability on a low cooldown, 12 seconds, phase self, so you can walk through minions, and it also gives you a speed boost. And I try to hit that as often as possible, because a 12-second cooldown is virtually nothing. So whenever I'm traveling around, I'm usually trying to hit that, although apparently at this particular moment I'm not. In fact, I am going to see if I can help Fade and Thunderbringer get a kill here. Am I going to be able to hit Armadon? No, and in fact, it's Dampier who comes in on Thunderbringer. I am able to drop a stun on him, but it looks like I am probably going to go down. No, I may actually escape this. Meanwhile, the Armadon is quite low, and if Fade can get one more hit, that's going to finish him off. No, she gets stunned by Myrmidon, in fact, within tower range, and she's going to be forced back. So close to an extra couple of kills there. Very, very unfortunate that we were able to pull that off. The Bombardier tries to open up on me, it looks like, but I'm able to stun him, and just barely out of range of Myrmidon's attack there, which is the only thing that saved me, because if it had landed, I have no doubt that I would have died there. Meanwhile, someone dies mysteriously over here, and I believe it is the Bombardier. He has a very, very long-range ultimate. It is a line attack with a infinite range, basically, that I think you can just drop somewhere and does damage. So it allows him to snipe off very low running champions, very low running heroes, that is to say. And for those of you who come from League of Legends, you can think of it a little bit like Ezreal's attack. It's not quite the same, but it's definitely comparable. Oh, Meraxes is definitely in trouble here. He looks like... Oh, was he hoping to get a Homecoming Stone from the base here? Oh, almost escapes, so I'm sure he's going to get finished off here by the Bombardier, despite his shield, which actually is repulsing a considerable amount of damage. I can't believe this. The shield finally breaks. He's down. He's below 20 hit points, and there's the finishing blow, and he was going to get killed by the front anyway. Looks like actually attacking to try not to kill steal. But 5 on one person who has under 20 health, that was not going to end well. And in fact, they're in a great position here to push against our tower. I think that there isn't really anyone in position to try to counter this. And it looks like they're even using their AoE abilities to clear out that creep wave. And yes, this tower is going to get ripped apart pretty quickly now. Fade is around. Is there any reason she might try to deny this? I don't think so, because I don't see how she could deny this tower without getting herself killed, especially since she's not a ranged character. Now we're going to try to combine forces here again, meet up, see what we can do to push back, but I'm not sure that the 3 of us are going to be able to do it. We do have the Puppet Master coming to join us as well, and that starts to be a lot of CC, but no, we are going to be forced to run away. There's no way we can engage there. Fade just camping around here, looking for an opening, I suspect. Oh, Myrmidon does open up the stun on me, and they tower dive me. Wait. Yeah, okay, I died. I got confused with the Dampier there. I lost sight of my character for a little bit, and I got distracted. Oh, sorry, and now I'm missing a lot of the action. Now, the Armadon is the weakest link on their team, and I think we are trying to take advantage of that as much as possible. There you can see the Soul Stealer using his ultimate to get another kill on the Puppet Master. And he actually finishes off a serial killer streak. I love the Santa costume. And I missed another kill here, but I do want to take a moment to talk about my abilities here, because I haven't really gone through it. So her comment, I've already mentioned a little bit. Very, very cool. I love the ability. Very easy to use and very effective. I mentioned Aurora as well, which is an excellent debuff and AoE damage attack, so lots of times I want to use that. Now, what's interesting is her E ability, which is her passive, just passively increases damage of all my allies that are close to the 800 unit radius. Very, very cool ability. I don't think it's the sort of ability you want to rush too early, but it was recommended to me in this particular game to pick it up around level 9. So here I've got 1 rank in it. Some people recommend getting it later. Some people like to get it right away. But I think a lot of the logic is people just don't do that much damage very, very early on in the game. But around this phase, people have finally started to pick up some damage items, and now this 12% per rank is really, really going to help out. But finally, the thing I really want to talk about is her ultimate, which is supremely weird, and I probably have about a 75% chance of screwing it up. Sometimes spectacularly so. Ooh, Comet goes down on Bombardier. We may be able to get him down before they are killing Meraxes. Meraxes is quite low now. What's going to happen? Armadon chases me, and I don't think he's going to be able to kill me, whereas Meraxes, ooh, no, is going to get taken down no matter what. And I do apply some damage on Armadon, but I should not be staying there. I should have just run. Why didn't I run? Although Armadon does end up going down. Oh, just from the Legion kill. Puppet Master trying to get a kill on Dampier, is able to get him down. And are we also going to be able to get down the Myrmidon? Looks like he does go down. Fade is even there to make sure that the kill goes down, if nothing else. Looks like the Thunderbringer actually gets the kill on that. So, my ultimate as Andromeda, what it does is it swaps position. I target someone, and it swaps their position. And up until this game, I assumed you had to use it on an enemy hero, but reading it more closely, you can even use it on allies, which I'll have to try at some point when it's appropriate. It doesn't do any damage, it doesn't stun, it's just instantaneous and also very, very long range. I really like to use it on people who are trying to run away. I find it really effective that way. If you're skilled and if you have the right combination of items, I think you could probably use it to initiate into a team fight by pulling someone out of their group into yours and then hopefully using something like either a portal key or an assassin's shroud to get out before you yourself get hit. I don't think that's something I'm going to be trying anytime soon because I'm 99% sure that's just going to result in my death. But there are several situations in the games that I played with her over the last couple of days where I was able to use the Void Rip to get a kill, and that felt pretty cool. When it works, it's awesome, and every now and again you use it, and all you do is screw up another hero's attack routine because suddenly everything is in the wrong place. So there are a few of those, but not too many, I hope. So hopefully we can highlight, I'll try to highlight a fight where that happens. I've already used it a couple times this game, but there's at least one moment that I really want to point out, and I know I'll recognize it once we get there. But there's probably a few situations where I am able to use it. So the big thing about it is it's very, very long range, so you can use it to set up a fight. If for those of you from League of Legends, of course, you may compare this to Urgot's ultimate. But the difference is, and there I do initiate on Armadon with the Comet, get him quite low, but the Myrmidon's able to get some nice splash damage stuns, holding 3 of us down. Meanwhile, we're going to try to come after him, but now we're going to be fighting in the bushes, and I am caught out of position here, and I believe the Soul Stealer is just going to rip me apart. He is using a Shrunken Head to be magic immune, and the rest of the team is out past his tower. I think they were trying to get the tower down. Oh, but the Soul Stealer just ultimates in there, and picks up a genocide. That AoE is just so ridiculously powerful, and it is going to enable the Hellborn team to put a huge push on. I'm sure this tower must drop here. Must have get distracted for some reason, but I don't see that happening. Myrmidon's quite low. He certainly can't risk anything, but with us all being dead for at least another 10 seconds, yeah, this is clearly going to go down. I think I was saying, those of you from League of Legends, I'm sure you can see the similarity between Andromeda's ultimate and Urgot's ultimate, but Urgot's ultimate is not that long range, has a cast time, and also includes a stun and maybe a damage combo. He's also meant to be a tank too, so the fact that he's going to end up in the middle of the enemy team, depending on how it's being used, is not so bad. So it's interesting to compare and also to contrast. The fact that it's instant and long range makes such a huge difference. And I think it's a really nifty ability. Now, the guide I was using recommended building the Staff of the Master for Andromeda, which changes the cooldown of her ability from 45 seconds to 10 seconds. And I didn't really realize this. I was sort of going on autopilot, following the guide. I don't think that's something I actually need. I mean, the Staff of the Master gives you some stats as well. But it's just the components that give you those, basically. The final recipe cost basically only improves your ultimate. And I'm not sure that I'm going to be using it every 10 seconds. I think 45 seconds is plenty short for me, so in the future, I think I'm going to be skipping the Staff of the Master. Now, in this game, Anime Hero recommends getting an Assassin's Shroud, and it's actually not the first time he suggested getting an Assassin's Shroud. And I don't remember what other heroes I was playing, but he seems to really like that item. At least for me, his argument was it'll help protect you. You'll die less if you can go invisible, you know. I'm not sure if you can use it if you're in combat. From the sound of it, you can. I haven't read the ability that closely, and I certainly don't have it in front of me now, but I suppose I could pull up the shot. Let's give this a try here. It is... Oh my god, we're going to lose the clock. Wow, huge fight here. Why does this always happen? Always happen. Rax is actually going to be in big trouble. He definitely wants to get out of there before he gets another stun on him. Meanwhile, looks like Thunderbringer... Oh, he is able to stop his movement before the cart hits him. But he's going to get finished off. And what am I doing here? Oh my god! Oh, what am I doing there? And here comes the concede vote. Because that's another bad outcome, and wouldn't be surprised if we lose another tower. But I don't believe that this concede vote is going to go through. I mean, if you look at the kills, we're not that far behind. We are 6,000 XP and 9,000 gold behind the other team. But one really good engagement could turn this around, I guess. So give me a moment to check the shop here. So I believe it's under Protective Assassin's Shroud. When activated applies stealth to self for 9 seconds. So doesn't give me any details on the other sheet either, so presumably this is instant and you can use it in combat. So I guess it does turn into a pretty effective escape tool. Of course, people could still try to kill you with area effect attacks over different rooms this tower. But yeah, that's pretty good. Obviously, it also allows you to initiate. Although for 9 seconds, it's not a very long invisibility. It's not like you can roam around the map invisibly. Not like Fade is doing here, keeping an eye out, trying to set up a good initiation. And there's actually a good number of us around. Puppet Master does open up on the Soul Stealer here, and Fade is able to get a kill on Dampier, and she's going to try to chase down the Puppet Master. He's still magic immune for a short amount of time. Ooh, no, it looks like the Myrmidon is going to stop that chase. And wow, Fade goes down, but so does the Bombardier. Meanwhile, Thunderbringer's in a lot of trouble, and he gets taken out. I do throw a stun on the Soul Stealer, and Meraxis is able to finish that off with a kill. And I believe that... Nice double tap. So that fight went in our favor greatly. Only 2 deaths in exchange for 4 kills. And could this be the beginning of a comeback? Probably not. But it sure as heck felt good, didn't it? So, at this point I've actually picked up a couple of fortified bracelets, the idea being to hopefully buff my health a little bit. I'm also having a hard time farming up a considerable amount of cash at any given time because I have died 3 times in a row. How am I doing anyway?